Enrollment for Medicare Advantage plans ends December 7th. Be sure to call today to find the plan that's right for you with extra coverage and benefits. Humana.
I went back to Humana. I changed mine to Humana. Put it up, light it.
So far, you've made $38,000. In this round, there's $500,000 on the table if you can run the chain. Stephen was the strongest link in the last round, but you cowards voted him off. So we'll start with the second strongest link. That's you, Danielle. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Danielle, in what classic animated movie does a woman spot a bunch of spotted puppies she wants to make into a coat? 101 Dalmatians. Correct. Hayden. The word podcast is a combination of broadcast and what portable music player from Apple? iPod. Correct. Alton. What reality show was named for a fictional character in the 1949 novel by George Orwell? Survivor. No, Big Brother. Danielle, don't laugh, but what was the first planet to be discovered by telescope? Mercury? Nope, Uranus. Hayden, what filmmaker of the 1930s and 40s directed the classic movies Mr. Smith Goes to Washington and His
Mr. Smith Goes to Washington in His Wonderful Life. Must be nice, baby. Must be nice. Whew, shit. Oh, Lord. Tired. Tired. I'm not showing your shit unless you'll sponsor me. So, I need sponsorship. Hello, Patrick. JP on top. Jake, the cool guy. You're massive. Chelsea. All right. Watch the TV. Thank you. Joe Mama. Chris and Josh. I see plenty. I will, Joe Mama. See these weirdos showing up. What's up, Crazy King? Thank you. Thank you. As a kid, yeah. Pablo. Thank you, Gervine. Hey, Pablo. Hello, Ukraine. Imaginary land. Linebacker. Nico. Corey. How you doing, Ukraine? You gonna sub? Thank you. Praying for Ukraine. You're not gonna donate, so people always say they gonna donate, but they don't. People who say they gonna donate, they don't. If you wanted to donate, you would have just done it. See these weirdos showing up. You ain't gonna get me to stop smoking. Keep your money. Alexander, you wasn't gonna donate shit anyway. What's up, Quavon? You wanna go donate shit anyway. Come these weirdos. These pedophiles is showing up. Oh, my day went well. I had a wonderful day. Thank you, Ukraine. Thank you, cool kid. Thank you. Go check on my wife. She in there smoking. Oh, I gotta check on her. You good? You good for right now?
Yeah. With Ford Imprint, you get more than promo products. You get the certainty of personal service.
You all right? Want something to drink? Huh?
To make your moment shine.
Something to drink?
Ford Imprint, for certain.
You're watching.
Tissue?
No, we're getting soda.
Something to drink?
Yeah.
And here we are, the final round. One-on-one, mano-a-mano. Cabeza a cabeza. I've got 5 questions for each of you. No voting, no chain
Okay,
making,
can I get you
no
to take your
banking,
memory
just
medicine though?
$40,500
Okay.
for the one who gives me the most correct answers. Hey, as the strongest link in the last round, you get to decide who goes first.
I'll go first.
All right, let's play the weakest link. Hey, first question goes to you. After after his tomb was discovered in 1922. One Egyptian pharaoh was thought to have had a broken leg and malaria when he died at age 19.
What's up, Johnny? Take care of my wife, bro.
This week on News 3 at 6 in depth. Do you regularly the valley's most dangerous intersection?
Taking care of my wife, man.
And Jim Davenport have looked at the data to compile a list and investigate whether Metro has seen any signs of improvement on the road. Then on Tuesday, there's a push to start school later in the morning. Deputy Lane
Hey, Kirby.
parents who asked if it would help their kids and how later start times have worked in other districts. Wednesday, leave the people connecting Clark County's unhoused with critical resources. Marie Mortera breaks down Metro's new approach to getting people off the streets. And on Thursday, after Metro PD saw that they struggled to solve violent crimes, they launched a targeted unit to focus on safety in the city. Now that unit has
These goddamn pills, I'm telling you, cuz.
all this week on all your devices.
Can't get this motherfucker to cut in half for nothing. I ain't gonna do no beer tonight. I'm not gonna do beer tonight because I'm gonna eat some ice cream.
A little bit less of a rainy day today, but temperatures are expected to fall and rain chances return as we start the work week. All-time all that. The Vegas Knights go for 2 straight wins.
So I ain't gonna drink no beer.
In Memphis, played a fantastic game versus the Tigers. Have those highlights plus post-game reaction when News 3 live after the game starts right now.
Live, streaming, and on the News 3 app. This is News 3.
So you back?
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Marie Mortera. Metro Police took to the streets this weekend for a DUI blitz. News 3's Jamie Davenport joined officers to learn how they find those suspected of driving impaired.
Metro officers focused on downtown and Bolden area commands for this weekend's DUI blitz, working in
Hey, now.
the morning, pulling over people they suspected were
Gotta
driving.
give my wife a medicine.
Field sobriety tests, blood draws, and making arrests. All this in an effort to prevent fatalities that have become all too prevalent on our roads.
If you've arrived on some of these collisions and you see the carnage and the damage it's done, you can't help but note that it is a violent crime.
Lieutenant Brett Ficklin describing DUI crashes as violent, noting the long-lasting, terrible impacts they inflict on families across the valley.
We're trying to find those drivers who decided they're going to get in the roadway and drive impaired.
Across the nation, the 100 deadliest days for DUI crashes happen from Memorial Day to Labor Day.
Las Vegas is kind of an anomaly because that 100-day period tends to be our slower time as far as DUI go.
Metro conducts a DUI blitz once a month during the spring and summertime.
In October, November, December, and in January, we'll do 2 DUI blitzes.
Gotta give my wife a medicine.
The weather gets colder. He says they see more impaired drivers on roads across the valley.
There's going to be a zero tolerance when it comes to bad driving in this community. If you're driving drunk on our roads, you will go to jail.
Captain Jarvis Dudley recently joined Metro's Traffic Bureau. This was his first DUI blitz in his position as captain. It's a mission that hits home.
In my previous career in the military, I did have a close friend of mine that decided to drink and drive and he ended his life.
It's why these officers say they're not just saving other people on the road, but also the impaired drivers themselves. While on patrol, we saw several arrests, all drivers who didn't pass the field sobriety test, and some whose breathalyzer test results were more than double the legal limit. But it wasn't just alcohol that was a problem.
Unfortunately, over the last few years, we're seeing that a lot
Yeah, no, I'm not cooking.
alcohol,
My wife got meds to take.
predominantly marijuana.
During one traffic stop, we witnessed an arrest of a suspect who admitted to using marijuana before getting behind the wheel. He took his breath. He was under the legal limit for alcohol consumption.
My wife got meds, bro.
Took him into custody for impaired driving. In certain cases, a blood test will also be conducted in the field. Officers take the suspect and put them into the DUI.
She ain't getting all that shit. Not all that. She just need the main things. I agree. But my wife had 2 strokes, and she needs certain medications to help her. So,
And now another point of view from Metro's
it's some of them we don't bother with,
6 weeks ago, it
and
stands
some of them is, or if necessary, type anyway. Thank you, Hank.
As part of traffic bureau's
Yeah, I'm taking care of my wife. She's my top priority. Love you too, Jocelyn. Thank you, Hank. Yep, my wife is my top priority. And I'm going to take care of her. I'm not going to let her down. Mm-hmm. But she's getting better. She's getting better, y'all. We was talking about it today. It's only been 6 months now. Since it happened. But she's getting better, y'all. Thank God. Y'all keep praying for her. Did Philly win that game? Yeah, baby. Want the light out? You put your weed up. You want it? Thought you was done. Want it lit?
What U.S. security agency joined Twitter in 2014 by posting, "We can neither confirm nor deny that this is our first tweet"?
Donald Trump's office.
Nope, CIA. Pickle. In 1889, journalist Nellie Bly went around the world in under 80 days, inspired by a
Got 2
novel by what
things to
French
use.
author?
You can use the tray or the aspect.
Cat. A giraffe uses what? Nearly 2-foot-long body part.
Where you strange people come from? Where you people who don't seem to have a life coming from? Huh? Did you fall and bump your head or something when you was little? You motherfuckers can't act civilized. Yeah? I pray for you kind of people, because y'all need help. And you come watch the channel. And you come watch us. Fucking weirdos. Fucking sickos. Weirdos. Sickos. Goddamn shame. But I pray for y'all. Fucking pedophile. I'm no pimp, bro. No, I ain't no pimp. Taking care of my wife, brother. About to go to bed in a little bit. Thank you, Jessica. May God bless you and yours too. Hello, Big Q. One fried fish. And Jessica Esper. Yeah, I love me some fish too. Especially red snapper. Red snapper and that red fish in Texas, man. They don't call it snapper, but they call it redfish. But red snapper is my favorite. Okay, one fried fish. I'm all right. I'm alive. I'm alive and well. I'll take that. You make fish for your dad. Yeah, I love me some fish when I can afford some. But seafood ain't cheap. You saw me new grandpa? That's cool. I'll be grandpa for you, Jessica. I can be grandpa. I could do that. I could do grandpa.
When you want gifts to express
You
a
still
love
smoking?
choose hand-picked holiday treasures
Turn
from
that
iconically American,
more
crafted
drink.
with joy and made to share for
It's behind you.
generations.
If you're at the starting line for your next event, or Imprint
You
has
through
your
with the
great
weed
promotional
though?
gear, bottles, bags, hats, and tees delivered on
You
time
still
to
smoking?
energize your customers
Huh?
and your team. Race now
Okay.
to
Alright.
4imprint.com.
We love our cats, but their allergies, not so much.
Crab legs.
But now, there's Cat.
I bet
Our
he
great
did.
Whisper Black technology
Hey,
prevents 98% of cat allergies. So you and your family
literal
can
trash.
Visit pathogen.com.
You say you just joined, you already like it?
This works fast. Keep makes it last. Nice job. Just so back. It's Candy Crush.
I'm just taking care of my wife. Let me have to. Okay, you got it. They say hi to you, Noni.
Hi.
She said hi. Yeah, my wife had 2 strokes on me, y'all, but she getting better. She had one June the 19th. June the 9th. And then again on July the 22nd. And I just got her home September. But she's doing a lot better, y'all. Proud of her. Thank you. You don't care? For right now? Okay. You want your light out? You want this light out? Leave it on. I'm gonna take this glass, but I'll leave the glass with the soda in it up there, okay? Yeah, I'm gonna take care of my wife, Pearl. I'm gonna take care of my wife. You better believe that, brother. You know what I mean? Okay, good night to you. Is that Makaya? Is that Makaya? Your name? All right, grandbaby. You have a good night. Paw love you. Paw love you, Kay. Hey, Mr. Raccoon. You're welcome. There's some weird people in the world, cuz. There's some strange people in the world. I just cannot believe it. But then again, I can. It ain't too much surprising anymore. Always expect the unexpected. That's the best way I can put that to y'all. Always expect the unexpected. You know what I mean? The world is full of so much bullshit and jive, I'm telling you. Yeah, sugar. I don't, sugar mama. I just don't understand people sometimes. Hey, John, Ukraine I mean, for y'all to hold them type of thoughts in your head, in your mind, to where y'all will express it somehow. Y'all got problems, bro. Why you got that kind of junk in your head for? Why you got that kind of junk in your head? You're sick. You got problems. Cause the shit y'all say, the shit y'all be saying, it won't even come out my mouth. Cause that kind of shit ain't in my head. You know what I mean, Jay Bless? Now, in order for them to express themselves, whether they write it down, say it, you know, if you express it, you're sick. You got issues. You got some problems here, for real. Why you got them thoughts in your head? Why they in there? I'm telling you, y'all sick of the motherfucker. Y'all need some help, man. Get some help. Come on, lady. You need to go on about your business, sweetheart. I don't know your daughter. Don't get yourself dismissed. Mariah. I did. When I block them, I can't see what they said no more. But cause it take all the shit they were saying down when I block them. But y'all should have seen some of the shit they were saying. What's up, Chill Type? It's some sick, strange people in the world. Watch your kids. Watch yourself. Pay attention to your surroundings. Please. Because it's some sick people in the world, y'all. Some sick folks, and I mean sick-minded. They treasure some sickening things in their head. Hey, Chelsea. No, cause what casino what casino you going to? Cause in Vegas ain't no homeless people gonna get in no casino. Oh, they don't play that out here. What's going on, Christopher? Oh, Hub? Yeah. Today my brother T-Bone birthday. And it was laced it on. Yeah, I heard they put a piece of paper on your car, and if you touch it, your ass go out. It put your ass to sleep, and they'll kidnap you and take you. You say in Oklahoma? Well, in Las Vegas, ain't no homeless people getting in no casino. Oh hell no, they they don't play that shit. Stay away from the casinos. If you're homeless and out there begging and shit, they don't play that. What's up, only my truest? Yeah, in Vegas, they can't walk the strip. Homeless, dirty people. Oh, they'll take you to jail for that shit. Well, what you talking about, sugar mama? Yeah, I'm ignoring that shit about people and their silly thoughts. Yeah, I'm ignoring that. Blackjack, right on. Well, that's where that dude said he at. He said he was at the casino in Oklahoma, and a homeless dude was following him around. Hey, Clayton. Sugar mama, bye. Sugar mama, bye. Yeah, I stopped at a casino in Oklahoma before, headed to Texas. That was a big ass casino too. We don't smoke, Clayton. That's why I ain't doing beer. What's up, Jay? Back up off the screen. Them Nickies. I don't know what casino that is in Oklahoma, heading to Houston, but it's a real big one. And I stopped there before I continue on the road. That a real big ass casino, cuz. Here come these pedophiles. Here come these pedophile protectors. Most of them Republicans. Ziffendales. Okay, well, is it a big one? It was nice though, cuz. It was nice in there. Hey, last days. This is not a church. Don't bring church here. What's up, Big GMB? This is not church, so please don't start it. And that's fine. You said what you said, and we don't need to hear no more of that. We all aware of Jesus, God, Satan, and sin, and right and wrong. But this is not church. We winding down. Some of us got work tomorrow. Some of y'all got to work in the morning. So we ain't we ain't doing evening church, man. Not tonight. But it's cool though. You got your verse in, and that's cool. Yeah. Yeah. He got one in. He got his verse in. Check him out. This is what he said, y'all. So he got one in. There it is right there. Jesus is God manifest in the flesh. 1 Timothy 3:16. Repent, accept Christ today as your personal Savior. Time is short. And that's all we're going to do this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Right on last days. He said he needed to get the word out. So we got it out. It's pinned. And that's all we doing tonight, folks. Timothy 3, chapter 3, verse 16. Repent. Accept Christ today as your personal Savior. Time is short. Amen. All right, y'all. That's it. That's all. That's it. We ain't doing no more church, y'all. Hey, solid. Solid super. What's going on, Tank Hill? Ryan Matthews. Of course, the Queen Nikki. We got Juku in the building. Jay. Big GMB. Tank Hill. Last Days. Giving us a little ceremony this evening. Shout out to Last Days. Got Clayton Ferris in the building. Chan Nathan. Only Matruis. Buster Jack. Out there in Oklahoma. Cynthia Foreman. Chill Type. Christopher Keys. Chelsea Buckingham. I had to get Sugar Mama out of here. Sugar Mama was tripping. Mariah, I see she didn't bother me with that crap. We got Jay Bless, John S., Ukraine forever. We praying for Ukraine. Russia, Putin. It's mainly Putin. It's not the Russian people. It's Putin ass. But he need to cut that shit out and leave Ukraine the hell alone. Micaiah, Mr. Raccoon. Micaiah Screwsbury is my new grandchild. Another one of my grandbabies, y'all. Johnny Sullivan, Jessica Esper. Thank you, Angel Gable Perez, for the gifts. Literal Trash. Blues. One Fried Fish. Big Q. Damn, we have some people on here today. Caramel calling me Bill. Hank Hill, thanks for the gifts. We had Joshua. Gritty Pickle. Thank Tyrus Hill for the gift. We had Cool Kid. Christopher Zada. Thanks for the gift, Cool Kid. We had Ugubachi or something like that. Ugubacchi. The Tick. Quavon. Alexander lying about donating. Detroit David. You talking about Uber? Fettuccine. I use 3-in-1 man soap, bro. Hair, body, face, hair, body. You know that type of shit. So that's what I shampoo my hair with. I need to take a shower before I go to bed. Pablo, Corey Bishop, Jake, Nico, $23, $23. Star Animation, Imaginary Land, Crazy King, Gervin, thanks for the gifts. Sabrina, Bertalot, Sabrina. She looked like a nice girl. Crazy King, Joe Mama, Clint Mandera Del Este. Then we had Chris and Josh 2012, Joe Mama, Reaper times 13, Mr. G-Mom, James Mullins, Chelsea Sampson, the cool guy I don't know, JP on top, Noah's Patrick, and that's everybody. That's everybody right there, man. I shout at everybody who chimed in to the show, man. I want to run for president. I want to run for 2028. Can I put my name in the hat? Can I throw my name in there? Free Basin. I can tell where you're going with this, bro. So you're going to end up getting yourself in trouble here. Oh, I would love to run. I'd be the first president at a press conference smoking backwoods. Because I ain't changing. I'm going to still smoke my weed. And I'll still cuss a motherfucker out, too. And you can cuss me out. I'm a big boy. I can take it. I ain't lying. I ain't changing shit. I'm still gonna do my own laundry, cook my own food, all that shit, homie. Ain't nobody gonna be catering to me, because I'm the president. And I don't need no bodyguards. I won't need them. I'll be the president walking all through y'all hood, coming over y'all house for dinner, to kick it with y'all, watch the game and shit. I'll be the first president to be doing that kind of shit. But I'm gonna be for the people. Shit, if anything, the people ain't gonna have nobody fucking with me. They gonna say, you know what I mean? No fucking Secret Service, cuz. I'm gonna be kicking it. Y'all gonna be seeing me on social media and shit at somebody's house smoking a blunt. They gonna say, President Harvey Hartfield went to Baltimore to have dinner with a family. They smoked weed, talked, kicked it, went to the local mall, did a little shopping and shit like that. That's what I'm gonna be doing. Showing up at high school games and kids' graduations and shit. You know, I'm gonna be a normal guy. Normal, regular, genuine guy, man. I ain't changing shit. I'm still gonna cuss if I wanna. All that type of shit. Motherfucker gets smart, I cuss his motherfucking ass out. I ain't lying. Shit. Motherfucker try to get smart with me. I'm cussing their ass out. Man, fuck you. They gonna say, damn, sad. They gonna say, President Hartfield went off on that motherfucker. I ain't changing shit. I'm still gonna be me. Express my feelings and whatever else. I ain't lying. Shit, it is what it is. I mean, Trump was doing that shit when he. Why can't I? But I'm different than Trump, though. I ain't nothing like him. I ain't lying. I ain't taking shit off nobody. I'm gonna be tough on crime. I'll put an end to crime. I have a motherfucker so worried about doing something because they know if I catch them, we catch them. Oh, shit. They know we catch them. And I had their ass punished. Motherfucker ain't gonna try that shit no more. I bet you that. I cut crime down, all that shit. I clean up homelessness, all that shit. I make sure all the citizens, or it won't be no health care issue. None at all. If you're a citizen of this country, then you're gonna be taken care of. We're gonna take care of you. Don't worry about that. You get sick, need surgery, you got cancer or something, or whatever, need treatment, don't worry about a thing. We got you. Oh, you American? Oh, you born? Okay. It's all good. We got you. Don't worry about a thing. You understand me? I don't want y'all. Why should you be worrying if your child got cancer, or you got prostate cancer, your wife got breast cancer or something? Why should y'all be worrying about how y'all gonna get it taken care of, get help or whatever? No, fuck that. You ain't gotta worry. We got you. Get your wife in there, bro. Get your kid in there. Get yourself in there, man. You see that person? Okay. Get on in there. We got you, man. You get in there, see them doctors, let them doctors talk to y'all, tell y'all, what's necessary, this and that and that. Don't worry about no money, nothing. Don't worry about nothing. If y'all ain't got transportation, we can get y'all there and from. Don't worry about nothing. We just want y'all to be all right. You understand? Why are we going through all these difficulties about shit? And we print money. We print it. So it ain't no excuses about, it ain't no excuses that we can't take care of one another. Ain't no excuse. So, fuck that shit, man. I'm tired of this shit here, man. Somebody got to do it. Let me do it. You okay? All right, let me step out and hit my cigar a couple times. I just don't understand, cuz I swear. But, I mean, I do. I do, cuz I know what the hell going on. Like I said, I see clearly now, cuz. It was October the 30th. What year was that? I had my stroke. October the 30th, 2012. When everything became clear to me, bro. October the 30th, 2012. When that voice spoke down to me, voice. See, that's why I know it was it, the voice. And that's why I try to tell people, I say, it didn't sound like a male or a female, but the voice was crystal clear. It was just crystal clear, the voice. And it was like my body opened before the voice spoken. And then the words from that voice went in me, was coming inside of me. Because I wasn't hearing it in my ears. I was hearing the voice hitting me in here. You know, it was like my ears, my body opened up as my ear. It's what it felt like. And I was given an assignment. I was given an assignment. And I promised to fulfill it, bro. And I will. I wouldn't have it no other way, man. You know, now I'm really doing the right thing now, bro. You know, I'm worthy, man. I'm worthy, you know, and I'm ready, bro. I'm ready, cuz I'm telling y'all. You know, maybe it wasn't a mistake putting Trump in there. Maybe it was needed to get him in. So this could come. This moment could come. But I hope y'all ready, man. I hope y'all ready, cuz. But I really think it's gonna go down, cuz. Yeah, I'm ready. I feel invincible, cuz. What's up with it, man? Smoking. I'm about to put my pajamas on, get out these shoes, though. Go ahead and grab my pajamas, man. Yeah, I'm ready for this, cuz. This is the right fight. This is the right fight here. They're about to go down. What? It's gonna be beautiful, cuz. You know, some of us gonna be sacrificed. I'm willing to sacrifice. But some of us gonna have to die, cuz. You know, some of us gonna have to die, you know? So, are you willing to sacrifice your life for others' futures? Like your grandkids and shit like that. Are you willing to sacrifice? Are you? Because I am, bro. On a fucking stick? Damn. I'm trying to get these sticks behind my patio though, because I'm going to bed. And it just leaves a big enough gap for my dogs to fit to get out that motherfucker, get in and out of. A human should be able to squeeze their ass in that. You know what I mean? Cause shit, we be knocked out. Them motherfuckers will hop out the bed to go use the bathroom, cuz. So that's how they can take their ass up when the motherfuckers use it. If that door be open, I'll get on their ass about it. I'm like, oh hell no, who fucking used the bathroom in here? They could have took their ass out. Motherfuckers could, they be tripping sometimes. What's up, Singleton? Man, finish my little weed up, cuz, and go to bed, man. My wife got company tomorrow around 1. The speech therapist. See, I went to the store. Grabbed some ice cream and a couple pieces of chocolate, right? Shit, man, stuck the change in the slot. Got to playing Keno. Couldn't hear nothing. Wasn't nothing coming up on Keno. So I said, I'm going to use this last 2 on the Buffalo. Shit, nigga hit 54. 54 bucks on the Buffalo. All of a sudden, I got to getting them coins, getting them free spins. I had like 46 free spins. And I was hitting. Boo, boo, boo. Then I hit a big one. Well, not big. It, for 30-something dollars. I said, I don't know. I hit for 30-something bucks, right? I said, I don't know what this is. I said, but I'm cashing out soon these free games is up, right? So I had to 30-something bucks, and I wasn't getting nothing no more. The last spin, I got 3 more coins. Ting, 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 you know, 3 coins. Got more free spins. And I started hitting some more, cuz. Got up to 54 bucks when all the free games was over. I cashed out, got the fuck out of there. I came home, threw that ice cream in the freezer with that chocolate. I told my wife, I said, baby, we just hit a couple of bucks on the slide. I said, I'm going to get us some weed. You want to smoke? She said, yeah. I said, you want to smoke? She said, yeah. I said, I'm going to get us some weed then. So I just went and got me and my wife some weed with that money. Got me some rum cake backwoods and a couple ace of weed. We ain't have shit. Y'all gone? We got some food we can still eat off for a couple of days, so I got some other veggies in there. She get burnt out on them bit. I just switched the veggies up on her. You see what I'm saying? Hopefully, if I come up with a few more bucks, then I'll grab something out the grocery store that I can cook up, right? And normally when I cook, we can eat like 2 to 3 days off of that. When I cook us up something. So, I made us some mashed potatoes with out of the red potatoes the other day. But they had a fat deal on the digital coupon, so I grabbed a 5-pound bag of them red potatoes and made mashed potatoes out of those. You know what I mean? Instead of box mashed potatoes. and got her that steak. But she ate a little of it, but she ain't really been eating it, kid. But she said she wanted steak, though. See, I should have got her ass some turkey and ground beef. She could have had 2 packs of meat. But I brought that one funky ass steak for her, cuz. But it's still some of it left. So I just cut so much off of it and give it to her when I feed her. And she ate all her potatoes. A good amount of her veggies. And then the cornbread, cuz she didn't eat her meat though. But she ate the cornbread. Now, maybe if I put a barbecue sauce or something on her meat, or just that Chick-fil-A stuff I got, she'll eat that. She'll eat it then. Guess that meat is too plain for her. I don't know.
From our orchards in Oregon to your holiday table, Harry and David delivers the
What happened, cuz? I froze up. Y'all freeze up, y'all? So I can come off, come back on. Ouch. So I can come off, come back on. Did I freeze up? Or I didn't? And my hand is tripping. Shit, man. I need to take my ass to ER about my hand, bro. I need to take my ass to ER, cuz. That's why, man, if I just get my son to spend a night, one funky ass night, and watch his mama, so I can go to the ER for me. That's some fucked up shit. Me and my wife can't get no help out our boys, cuz. Fucked up. Hey, Linda. If I could just have one of my sons spend the night, one night, and watch their mama for me, cuz, while I go to the ER. Now, if I can get and I'm scared to go like 2 in the morning while she sleep, because my wife get up about 4, wanting to use the bathroom. We done got up around 3 and 4 a whole bunch of times. And I'm telling y'all, it's been like 6 months since this happened to my wife. And I got her home twice. The first time it happened, on June the 19th. Then she came home on July the 20th. And it happened again July the 22nd. And then I didn't get her back till September. And she gets me up every morning around 2, 3, 4. See, she in it going in and out with her sleep now. I gave her medicine. Because I know she about ready to go to bed. And plus she been smoking that weed though. Maybe that'll help her relax and shit. But I'll fuck around, go to the ER. She'll fuck around, get up when he hit the bathroom. You know what I mean? Now she did get on the toilet on her own a couple of days ago. Remember I told you about that? Look, she was sitting in her wheelchair and she rolled herself to the toilet, locked the wheels, let the lid up and all that shit, and got up and got on it. But doing it from the bed to the toilet is a different challenge for her though. But I know how she scoot herself off the bed. I know how she do that. So I kind of figure out if I set it like this, her string is to her left, she can raise herself up right here. You know, so if push come to shove, and let's say it's like 2 in the morning, I said, I'm gonna go to the ER real quick. I can leave it there for her just in case she get up. If she don't want to use it on herself. You know, don't nobody want to use it on themselves. She don't want to wear a diaper. So I guess she don't have to. Yeah, you don't have to. But when I'm gone, sometimes I tell her, if you gotta do it, just do it on this. I said, just do it on this. Roll on your side and wait on me to get back. I said, you know, I ain't gonna be long. That I won't be long. And I said, I'll get you cleaned up and we change out the mat and we good. But she don't want to do that. She'd rather try to get out the bed and get on that motherfucker herself. Because I told you I picked her up off the floor a couple times. Coming back from running errands and shit. Y'all can see me because I'll be going to the store and shit. Tell me what, I'll be running and walking. I'll walk, I'll run. Because I'll be wanting to get back to her, cuz. I don't want to be away from her too long. I'm doing that shit tonight. I'll run into the dispensary, walk, I'll run. Walk some, start back running, so I can hurry up and get back, cuz, you know what I mean? And then when I come in, I'm looking on the floor to see if she on the floor, cuz. And when I still see her in the bed or in a chair, I have a sign of relief. I said, okay, she's still there. But one time I came back, she rolled herself to the room. Then the other time I came, I saw on the door, but I didn't see her. That's when she was on the toilet. But when I didn't see her where she's supposed to be, I'm looking on the floor now. But I see her sitting over there on the toilet. I said, look. I said, you got on the toilet by yourself? She said, yeah. I said, oh, I'm proud of you. Cool. I started clapping. Went over there, gave her a kiss. She was just smiling. I said, she just smiles. I said, baby, I'm proud of her. Right on. I was like, cool. I said, shit, right on. You know. She said, you got here by yourself, huh? She said, yeah. I said, wow, cool. I said, you didn't fall in that? She said, no. I said, cool. Wow. I said, I'm proud of you, baby. Gave her a kiss. Give me a high five. She gave me a high five. She just smiled. So if they can gain any of their dependency back, it's like a confidence booster for them. And that's what my wife needs, confidence. I told her, you gotta want this, See, I wish I could record when me and my wife just be conversating, with one another. And I'll be trying to coach her up in it. You gotta want this, baby. You gotta want it, Blah, 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 this, that, the. And she's getting better with her meds because she used to give me shit about medication, cuz. I'm telling y'all, it used to be tough on me to give her meds. I mean, she would not take shit. Like when she came home the first time, she would not eat. She would not take her medicine. So she was only getting weaker and weaker, cuz she, fighting and forth. And then sometimes she got these pill grinders. I start grinding that shit up, putting it in her food. The first time I had her, because she wouldn't take them. So I grind the shit up, put it in her food. But I think she could taste it in her food, and she wouldn't eat it all. Then she stopped trusting me. When I bring food, here, you gotta eat some. She wasn't eating it. I could see her trying to smell it and shit. So she picked up that I was putting something in it. So I stopped doing that. But now she'll take them. Now that her memory medicine, I just take it out the capsule and put it in that protein drink for her. Now the rest of them, I either got to split them. Now that little vitamin D she could take in that little slim capsule. She ain't got a problem swallowing up. But yeah, but now she take them. But when I told her about her last sugar pill for the night, I'm going on. I said, no, you take 2 of those. Is what I told her. So you ate that one earlier today. I said, now you gotta get the other one before you go to bed tonight. She was talking shit, But when she asked for that soda, and I said, okay, well, you got your other thing. Y'all seen me mixing up that pill is to help her memories and shit. The one y'all see me stirring up in that protein drink earlier. That was a memory pill. Then I gave her the sugar pill. She needed to split the sugar pill because they're too big. They're too big, yeah. So I gave it, put the memory one medicine in the protein drink, and I tell her use that to take your sugar pill down with. But yeah, cuz so the first time she wouldn't eat or take the pills, her medicine. You know what I mean? Because when I tried to sneak it in on her, she stopped eating the food. After she was like, this nigga think he's slick, he put some shit in my food. And that's why she wouldn't eat it. I told her, no, if you ain't getting nutrition and nervous, I said, you gonna get weak, you can't. This, and like I said, she went under on me again on July the 22nd. I was on live in here cooking and all that shit, trying to get her fed. I finally talked her into to eat something. And when I went back in the room to check on her, cause she was under. I said, no, she wasn't responding. I'm like, no. She wasn't responding. I had to call 911 again. Everybody heard me on live. I said, I gotta come over and get help with my wife. And I came off this motherfucker. Sure enough, they took her again. They said, good thing you called. They said she had another stroke. I said, what? Another? I just hit the floor crying, cuz, in the hospital. I couldn't believe it, man. I just dropped to the floor. I couldn't stand up. When they told me, they said, when the doctor came out, he said, man, you're a good husband. He said, because he said, for keeping an eye on your wife. He said, hi, John. He said, you a good husband for your wife, man. He said, because you was keeping an eye on your wife. He said, you was able to save your wife again, is what he told me. He said, because she had a second stroke. I just dropped to the floor, cuz. I couldn't stand up, Blake. I mean, I just dropped to the floor, cuz. It felt like my legs just, whoop, like from my waist. Like somebody cut me from the waist and my legs fell up under me. I just hit the floor, cuz. And I was crying, man. I'm like, no. Yeah, when they told me that shit, they said she had another stroke. I just hit the floor, cuz. I couldn't stand up. Yeah, I know what motherfuckers mean by it's like fainting without fainting. But you just can't hold yourself up. I just hit the floor, cuz. Bam! I just hit the floor, cuz. I couldn't believe it. I said, oh no, don't tell me that. You know what I mean? But when they said, we're going to let you get in there with your wife. But the lady told me, I don't want you. She said, I ain't going to let you go see your wife like this. She said, you need to hold yourself up, this and that. So I finally got control of myself. And they let me go back in there with her, cuz. And they say, she can hear you, but they said, look, the machine is helping her breathe. And I was saying, oh, Lord. I wanted to cry some more when they said that. Because I seen the machine help her breathe the first time. Then she finally got the thing out. She pulled the motherfucker out of her mouth. The first time, she pulled them out. No, it was the second time. She had the second one. Yeah. And, yeah, it is. And then after she had that second one, cuz, and I was visiting her. And she's in there crying, and I was talking to her. She had the thing back in her mouth, helping her breathe and all that, cuz. And I started praying for her. I prayed out loud so she could hear me. All that, prayed, right? And when I left, she pulled it out, cuz. She pulled that motherfucker out of there. After that prayer. And I had come back to see her the same day. 'Cause I like come see her in the morning. And I say good morning, hang out with her for breakfast. Because this is when she was at sunrise right behind me. So I'll come back home. I'll tell her I'll be back and see you a little later because, I have to check on the dogs and shit. So I'll come back again around lunchtime. Hang out with my wife for a few more hours. Then I come back, get the dogs fed and all that shit. Then I go back for dinner time and I hang out with my wife through the night. Then I come home to the dogs. That was my routine. And then I get back up in the morning, go visit my wife again. But that when I came back for the lunchtime after I seen her that morning when she went in the second time, and I was praying for my wife and all that, and I told y'all I left, she pulled that motherfucker out, cuz, after the prayer. So when I came back for the lunchtime, I didn't even realize she had it out her mouth, cuz I come in there and sit and I'm talking to my wife, and hey baby, how you doing, sweetheart? And all of a sudden I stopped talking. I say, Noni, you ain't got the thing in your mouth. And she just smiled. And I'll come running out the room, because I was kind of panicking, right? I come run out the room looking for the nurse. I said, I seen the nurse at the desk. I said, she ain't got the thing in her mouth. And he said, yes, she pulled it out. I said, what? He said, yes, she pulled it out this morning. I said, well, she pulled it out? He said, yeah, she pulled it out herself. I said, wow. I said, because she had it in there. This morning when I saw it, I said, we said prayers and all that. And I told her I'd be back, around lunch. You know, I said, I was just in there just talking away to her. I said, I didn't realize she didn't have it in her mouth. And I said, all of a sudden, I just stopped. I said, no, you ain't got the thing in your mouth. She just smiled at me. And that's what I'm saying. Because that's why I said I believe in prayer, cuz. Me and her, I said a long prayer for her, cuz. But this is her second stroke. She had the thing back helping her breathe and all that shit, cuz. But this is like when they finally got her up from the ICU. This is when they got her up out of the, the ER part and up to a room. But I broke down in the ER part when they told me she had a second stroke. That's why I broke down, hit the floor. I couldn't hold myself up. And, but when they got her from down there up to the rooms up there, when I seen her that morning when she was up there in the room, and she was back on the breathing thing, and I said the prayer out loud for her to hear and everything. And when I left to come home, daily, to check on the dogs and do what I do, and came back for the lunchtime, she had pulled it out. And that was after we had a long prayer with each other. So that's why I say I believe in prayer. Oh, that I do. And the more, the merrier. The more people praying for this certain person or thing, the more people doing it, the better it get answered, bro. So, yeah, I'm telling you. I found my wife right down there on the floor. Found my wife right here on the floor that morning. One of the scariest moments in my life, cuz. I swear, cuz. When I found my wife that day, man. That shit. I cussed the Lord behind that. And they brought her back to me, cuz. I truly think my wife was dead, cuz. I swear. Believe my wife was dead, cuz. She felt ice cold. My wife felt like ice when I found her. So did. That's why I thought she was dead, because she was cold, man. I mean, cold. It was not responding at all, cuz. I was either tapping her on the face, Noni, 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 screaming and yelling from the top of my lungs, cuz. And she was not responding. She was like, just slumped, cuz, in my arms, man. And that's when I started fussing with the Lord. I was like, Lord, no. Hell no. You know, give her back. Take me. I told him, take me instead. I said, give her back. And all of a sudden she opened her eyes, cuz, and looked at me. Like, okay, you here now. The look she gave me. Like, okay, you here now. As if she was calling for me, cuz, when that shit was happening to her. Because it's just me and her here. And like I told my wife, a spirit woke me up. I told my wife I didn't have no reason to get up at all. I didn't have to pee, boo-boo. I didn't hear a loud noise or nothing. I had no reason to get up. But that voice told me I needed to get up. Somebody told me, Harvey, you need to get up right away, right now. And I just popped up, cuz. I mean, I popped straight up, and I had an energy like I never had. You know, like when you get up from sleep, you really don't have no right out the gun energy like that. You see what I'm saying? But that morning, cuz I popped up, and when I opened my door from my bedroom, all the lights was on in the house. All the lights was on. Every last light in the house is on, cuz, but mine's in the bedroom. And that was another strange thing. So when I come out the house, I'm like, no need, like in my mind, you know, like, all the lights on. And when I walked towards the living room here and coming into the hallway, I could see shit all over the floor, like papers, weed jars, and shit all over the floor, right? And I seen my wife on the floor. I'm like, no, is you okay? And I come running around there, cuz. When I go down there to try to get her up, I realized how cold she was. And I know what that is, a cold body, bro. Shit. So that's when I start yelling for her, trying to get her, you know, attention and shit like that. She wasn't responding. She just slumped in my arms, cuz, and I might have screamed her name out from the top of my lungs 40, 50 times. She wasn't responding, and I was tapping her face and trying to get her to respond, and she wasn't. Then I started fussing with the Lord. I said, Lord, hell no. Fuck no. Take me. Give her back. And I said, give her back. Fuck no. I was cussing the Lord out. Now I'm talking to the Lord. I started talking with the Lord. I said, oh, hell no. I said, give her back. Don't take me. I was like, don't do this. Not her. And she opened her eyes, cuz. Looked me in the eyes. The beautiful eyes of hers. My wife got some strange color eyes, but she looked at me, cuz. And the look was like, okay, here you is. Here you are. Like that kind of look. Like she said, okay, here you are. As if she was calling out for me. Harvey, Harvey, in her mind while she was having her stroke. Because it was just me and her here. And like I say, the dogs didn't bark. The table was all over the place. Her weed was all over the place. I was assuming she was getting ready for work and smoking weed, getting weed ready, is what I was assuming. But when I got a hold of one of her co-workers, she said, no, Harvey, we don't work. We didn't work that morning. So that what threw me off. I said, well, why would she be up with her work clothes and shit all over the place? Because she had her work clothes all over the place, too. You know what I'm saying? And all the stools was on the ground and shit like that. And it seemed to me, when the stroke hit her, she was disoriented, trying to hold herself up somehow, but couldn't. And all them cheers, she knocked all the stools down. And yeah, I didn't hear the dogs bark or nothing. If they were barking, I didn't hear them. I didn't hear no noise. I didn't hear no stools falling over. I didn't hear shit. I was in the wrong door shed, fan running in the bed. But a voice told me, Harvey, you need to get yourself up right away, right now. So I got up. I popped straight up. Full of energy, cuz. Like I wasn't even sleeping at all. And like I said, when I opened the door to come out, every light in the house was on. Her room, both bathrooms, hallway, the other bedroom. I mean, every light in the house is on. And I called 911, cuz. Called 911. I said, where y'all taking her? Sunrise? They said, yeah. I said, I'll be right behind y'all. I said, I gotta get my dogs in. So I put all the dogs out. I didn't want them in the way for when the ambulance came in. And I picked up all her weed. And I didn't want her weed all over the place when they came in here. Yeah, and shit. And they came, they took my wire. I let my dogs in, picked up what I could, got the stuff off the floor so my dogs can sit on the floor, whatever they do. And I hopped the wall. It was right there in the emergency room. They said, we need you to sign. Yeah, when I got her there, when they got her to the back, I told them that I need to come home and get my dog situated and I will come back. I said, good. It wasn't nothing I could do. What's up, Bernie Smith? At that moment, anyway. And like I say, I was kind of rushing. I mainly just got weed and shit out the way because I didn't want the ambulance people to be all in their business. And I just wanted to make sure my dogs and all that got situated too, because I knew I'd be staying through the night over there. While I got home to do that, that's when they called me, said my wife needed emergency surgery. Can they get my verbal consent? Blah, blah, blah. I told them, hell yeah, y'all do whatever necessary for my wife, is what I told them. Man, I'm hanging in there. And then a few minutes later, the surgeon called me. told me he was en route to my wife. He said, despite me and you talking, he said, I'm not wasting any time. He said, he told me that he was in traffic on his way and that he'd be there in about 15, 20 minutes. Is what the surgeon told me. He told me what procedure he was going to do, and I was familiar with it because I had the same one with the brain aneurysm. So I felt pretty good about that when he told me what he was going to do, how he was going to go in there and do what he needed to do. And I told him, oh, I'm familiar with that. I said, I had a brain aneurysm in 2012. See, that's the same way they did me. And he asked me what I had. I told him I had coils. He said, y'all know what those are. He said, well, I'll be there soon and the wife's gonna be all right, is what he told me. And shit, went back there. They let me come back there in the surgery area to wait and all that. And shit, I was there with my wife ever since, bro. Then one time they banned me from seeing her. I'm still trying to get to an attorney about that. They violated me and my wife's civil rights, man, under marriage, bro. Sunrise Hospital. That was the scariest moment in my life ever, cuz. Was when I found my wife that morning. I'm still. That's why I can't keep my eyes off of her, cuz. I don't know. The fucking hospital put a protective order against me. Said my wife did it. My wife said that's a lie. Said my wife did it, cuz. And right after they put it on me, they kicked her out the hospital. Sent her to another facility. And that facility wouldn't let me in to see her. Because her first night there, I went off on their ass. I said I didn't like the place. I didn't want my wife there at all. I said I wished I had known it was this. I went off about it. And the next day, I couldn't see her no more. Yeah, I ain't lying. My wife was in that rehab hospital about 3 weeks before I finally got in there to see her, cuz. I showed up one day and got in, cuz. I ain't lying. I'm telling you, that day I showed up, they told me I couldn't see my wife. I wanted to act a goddamn fool, but I didn't. I even called the police, had welfare checks and shit done on my wife while she was in there. Sure did. They wouldn't let me see it. Then one of her friends, co-workers, went to see my wife. And my wife asked, where Harvey? And then she said, I don't know. She said, you ain't seen him? She said, no. So she told her friend to call me. And my phone rang. It was my wife. I picked up, and it was her. I said, Noni? She said, yeah, it was my wife. I said, baby, they say you put a protective order on me, and I can't see you. And she said, lie, lie, lie. She started screaming, lie, lie, lie. Over the phone, cuz. I was texting her every morning, telling her I love you, I miss you, and all this shit, cuz. It was a couple of times she was trying to text back. I guess she got a hold of her phone. She tried to text me back. Stuff like that. And then one day I just went up there, cuz, and got in. When I got in, you should have seen all my wife face lit the fuck up, because there was a nurse sitting out there in the hallway. She seen me heading into my wife's room. She said, she was asking me, "Are you family?" But before I give her an answer, shit, man, I dropped to that and only seen me. She sat up smiling like with her arms out like come here, cause I hit that, cause I had to get down on the floor. The man, see me and my wife hugged each other so tight. That fucking nurse seen how me and my wife just, she ain't bothered us after that. She just walked off, cause stopped trying to ask me who I was or whatever. Once she seen me and my wife holding on to each other the way we was. Got the kids. I said, baby, they wouldn't let me see you. I said, I was trying to see you every day. They wouldn't let, you know. Me and her, she was crying, I was crying, cause. And then, she wasn't in that place for about another 2 or 3 days. Then they sent her to the one in Henderson. And then I started going to the one in Henderson, seeing her every day. And when she first got to Henderson, I went after I fed the dogs, and I went and seen my wife. After I fed my dog, I feed my dog around 1, 2 in a day. So after I fed them, I got on the bus, and I stayed with my wife until visiting was over. And I got on the bus, come home, go to bed, and do the same routine. But I told her, when she got to Henderson, they were saying she was sad a lot, crying, like in the mornings. So I told them, you know what, I'm going to start coming in the morning. I said, but I have to come home, feed my dogs, and then come back. So I started going to Henderson twice a day. I get up in the morning, be there before they bring her breakfast. I'll hang out with her. I'll leave right after her lunch, make sure she ate her lunch. I'll get my ass on the bus, come home, feed the dogs. Boop. Get back on the bus to her, cuz, and stay to the visiting club. Then she finally came home in September. But they got at the insurance about getting some more time with my wife. They wanted to work with my wife a little more. And I wanted them to as well. I said, yeah, she needed. But my wife wanted to come home. And she was getting mad at me because she said, you promised I could come over. I said, well, okay, baby. I say, it's your rights. I say, I can't be saying, oh, yeah, I think she needs this, but you want this and you think different. So I say, it's all about you. It's what I told her. I told her, it's about you, not about us. So, but she was crying after the food that day, and I said, okay, baby, we'll tell them tomorrow. I said, when the doctor come, we'll tell them. I say, all you gotta do is say, I want a discharge. And they can't tell you no. And I say, and I make sure I back you up on it. It's her right, bro. And so when that doctor came and he was saying, they can work with her a little longer, I said, but she don't want to be. She want to come home. I said, I know we all feel this way, and that way I feel the same. That but she wants to come home. So let her come home. They said, okay, we'll start working on a discharge. So I called up some family members and shit. So I said, can we just do it tomorrow, Noni? Because I said, man, I can't get no ride and get you home right now like that. So She said, yeah. So we arranged a discharge time for that next day, the next day. And I got my nephew the, to do it, but his mama ended up doing it because he said her car would be better for her. So Tasha, me and Tasha went and got her. That was September. I had every cent. But when she's at North Sunrise behind me, I used to cook her food, take it to her, because she wasn't eating hospital food. She wouldn't eat that shit. So I was cooking breakfast, lunch, and dinner, taking it to my wife. But then, all of a sudden, I'm a threat. And then, y'all, I used to be live with y'all when they used to call me, because my wife was going off in that motherfucker acting the fool, cuz. What's up, Untitled? My wife used to be up in that motherfucker acting the fool. Because the second stroke reversed some shit. Remember I told y'all she had two. The second one, as she had the second one, the first stroke, she was weak. Weak, cuz. Like, weak. Thank you. But after the second stroke, she got stronger all of a sudden. Like, stronger. My wife was trying to get out of the bed, alarms going on. She kicked the footboard off the end of the bed, snatched the staff members' badges and shit all off their necks, grabbing their phones. They was calling me, Mr. Hartfield, yeah, this and that. Had me come up there to calm her down. It's all this shit. Now, all of a sudden, y'all need a protective order against me for her? Come on now. And then I know what it was, because I went off on their ass one night about watching my wife. I said, y'all ain't watching my wife. I tried to tell them this. And that same night, I went off on these motherfuckers because they called me at 1 and 2 in the morning to tell me they found my wife out her bed, unresponsive, and she was back in ICU. After I went off on these motherfuckers about keeping an eye on her. Told them to. And when she left ICU to come to them, they had my wife strapped to the bed in that unit. Had her arm tied and her body strapped in the bed to keep her from trying to get out the motherfucker. Now, would they let these other motherfuckers know? Oh, she's aggressive. She'll try to get out of bed. She'll do this and do that. So we have to restrain her. Would they let the next motherfuckers know they sending her to that she does this shit? See? And that's what I was trying to tell them. Keep an eye on her. And I mean, I was loud one night. I went the fuck off. And I had to go because visiting hours was up, and that unit she was on, I couldn't spend the night with her. But when my wife was on them floors where she had her room, just her private room, I could spend the night with my wife. And I would spend the night with her. To keep her calm down and shit like that. So I kept blankets and pillows in my van. But somehow I became a threat to my wife where they need to put a protection order against me. But it wasn't that. They didn't like how I was outspoken about my wife's treatment. Because it wasn't just that floor I talked shit on, it was a few more about my wife. I wasn't taking no shit about my wife and her treatment. I'll make sure motherfuckers doing what they're supposed to do. You understand me? But yeah, because I'm still trying to get me a lawyer. Right now, today, I still don't know the reason why they felt they need to put a protection order on me for seeing my wife. They told me she did it. She told me that's a lie. And like one of the nurses said, how is they getting in your wife's head like that for? When your wife is a stroke victim, it can easily be manipulated and this, that, and the third. Now, why would they even want to go there with her? And the nurse say, shit, I've seen the love you two had for each other, because we got cool with this nurse. She's from California too, but San Bernardino. So, we from Compton? I told her, I know me and my wife together and all. Wow, she said, I could tell y'all. She said, I could tell y'all was together for a long time. She said, I could just see how y'all chemistry and how y'all are with each other. She knew that herself. One of the nurses. She was like, oh, no. She said, no, that's some bullshit. You ain't no threat to your wife. Even a nurse said this. So I'm still trying to get me a lawyer to look into this for me. Tell you that. And I'm gonna have Sunrise and Horizon both on that. And Horizon trying to charge Medicare $44,000 for more. I'm like, what the fuck they was doing? They ain't do no rehab, they didn't do shit for my wife. And from my understanding, they just had her sitting up in there until a rehab center had room for her. From my understanding. I thought my wife was gonna be getting rehab there, but she wasn't. Place is dirty, nasty to me. She ain't had no TV in her room, none of that shit. Told me it was private rooms and this, that, and the third, and it wasn't. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it don't make sense, bro. Well, we can't take care of our citizens, man. If they sick, ill, or whatever the case may be. And like I said, these doctors and these medical type people want to be paid for these services, the government would pay them. The government. We'll pay you doctors, nurses, and all that to do your duty. It's a duty they do. That's a duty they doing for us. Doctors, nurses, and people like them that take care of us. That's a duty they perform. So we make sure they take care of it. It just don't make sense, bro. It just don't. But man, it's 2 hours on here, man. I'm gonna get on off here, y'all. Thanks for them gifts, Untitled. And the rest of y'all. Appreciate it. God bless. I mean, the Creator bless. May the Creator bless us all and protect us all. I'm out.